So, video games. I'm going to try and talk about blurring the lines. It's an industry in the UK that's quite well known. You know, all that stuff about films and music, forget it, it's all about the games now. It's an industry that I've been in for quite a while, so we'll wait for the 20 seconds to go. I'll give you a quick background on myself. I'm actually an ex-professional video gamer. There's a couple of photos of me looking quite dashing. I used to travel the world with teams of gamers, competing in tournaments for cash prizes, sponsored by big blue chips and other bits and pieces. So I'd like to think I've got a reasonable knowledge about the industry to be able to talk to you this evening. Anybody recognise this?
No.
Before my time, apparently it was quite, well known, quite well respected in the early days. I'm not going to comment on that. But thanks, Abigail. But certainly where things started, as you said, a couple of you are aware of that. Over the years, obviously games have evolved. If you can name all of those, I might buy you a drink later, depends how nice you are. But graphics have improved, hardware's improved, everything else. And times keep changing. It's an ever-evolving cycle, realistically. Okay. Man, I wish I had that much money. So the games industry in the UK currently is valued at just over 3 billion. That's pounds. But that's without digital, microtransactions, social, everything else. So that pretty much just takes into account boxed products and console sales. The presentation that I'm giving is about trying to blur those lines. So if you think, social and digital are becoming inherent parts of marketing, consumers are using them in everything that they do, the video games industry has to pick up on that. It has to be aware of what consumers are doing and then target them accordingly. So this may be a familiar scene, whether you're in HMV, whether you're in Tesco, whether you're in Asda or anywhere else on the high streets, lots and lots of boxed products. But there is more to the industry than that. It is constantly changing, as we'll see on the next slide. When the time goes, come on, here we go. FIFA Superstars. Anybody know what platform this is on? No, that's a good answer. Facebook. So EA, a lot of this is EA because that's where I'm currently doing a lot of work. They've created a Facebook game based on the IP that they've got access to. They've created it for a slightly different audience. But the good thing that they've done is they've tied it into their boxed products. So you can take your demo of your boxed product and unlock things on your Facebook game, and vice versa. So again, you're trying to cater to two different audiences in a way that they want to be catered to. And that actually works quite well. I mean, the feedback that we got was positive. Dragon Age is another one. It's a different style game, but we did a Facebook game on the IP. It enabled users to unlock content in the box products when they got it. So again, it was a reward for them for engaging with the IP and with the products and then everything else. Next bit, so we've done the crossover there. Location, forget these. I mean, you may be aware of them, but that's not what it's all about in the games industry. Games industry, we like to take a slightly different line. So location-based, yes, it's important, it's cool, everybody loves it. But, well, it says it all. Albion needs you. What are you going to do? Lionheads, based in Guildford, for their most recent game, Fable 3, they actually launched a mobile application that was location-based. So you could check into places, you could uncover treasure, as is demonstrated here, you could plant flags, that would then turn into coins that you could get credited to your account when you bought the box product. So again, once you started playing, you had an amount of coins that you could then go and purchase weapons with, you could go and purchase a house, go and visit a brothel, whatever you wanted to do, it was there ready and waiting for you. This is actually a nice map. What you actually ended up having because of the story of the game, you had two sides trying to do a revolution, and this actually mapped, territory based on people checking in, what they were doing, and how successful they were. Moving on, social aspects, Need for Speed. Again, another EA game. I apologise for that. Don't shoot me, please. This actually looked at a different way of trying to hook users in. So what it did, it created a system called Autolog. Part of that would recommend to you people that maybe, somebody that is a friend of a friend on your gaming network, it'll recommend to you, why don't you add them? They suck, you suck, you can try and beat their time, everybody has a good laugh. So this is what's being demonstrated by the image, okay? Moving on from that, you have a wall, so think Facebook, that's in the game, it's on the website. I can beat James's time, I can type to him and go, you know what, you really suck at this, this route. I've beaten your time, come and challenge me back. If you beat it, well, we can go back and forth and have lots of fun. So trying to take the social elements from the box products to online and cross over. Dante's Inferno, another game, was actually a competition that EA ran in the build-up to the launch of the game. And what we wanted to try and do was enable users to contribute across different channels. So if you look at this, it was based on different circles. Those are familiar with Dante's Inferno and what it's all about. So there's a nice tech, I don't know if you can read it at the back there. I ate 3 whole large pizzas on my own. The worst part is that I'm a girl. Even my biggest friends couldn't keep up with me. But that was contributed through an EA account. Others were Facebook, others were Twitter. And it was a good way to suck in people's contributions. So in ending, I'm sure you're aware with the tagline that goes with that square. I didn't want to put somebody else's company logo on there just in case they decided to come and find me. But things are changing in the games industry, and it's a great time to be involved. So thank you. If you now want to throw the soft toys.